Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Senior Vice President of Global Sales and Distribution for American Airlines, Allison Taylor.
Hey everyone. You know, it's just so good to be here, and I really want to say a very big thank you to Scott and Bart, and congratulations to Dorothy. Just so well deserved. This has been a great show, hasn't it? It really has been fabulous, so thank you for all being here. I have the very great joy of being right before Ashley Judd, and I have developed a bit of a girl crush. I have to say, my 26-year-old son rang me this morning and said, "Mum, do you think she's married?" Because my son's not married, right? So now I'm having fantasies about her being my daughter-in-law. So not to, poor girl, I'm probably putting her off, but isn't it great to have someone of this caliber and a humanitarian leader talking to us at GBTA, and I'm just so happy to be here. I also want to thank my fabulous American Airlines team. You can see here that we go around having a great time. Thank you to all the team. Thank you so much for everything you do. You make us look good every day. You know, last year I spoke to you about ECPAT USA, and I want to make sure that you all understood what a great difference you have made in a year. I'll speak about that a little bit later, but thank you so much for your support of ECPAT USA to end child prostitution and trafficking. This audience in the last year have made a great difference. Thank you. Now, I really hope you've all got a chance to have a holiday. We fly all over the place. I'm not going to go into all the numbers of places we fly. We'd be here all day. And honestly, I really want to talk about how we give back a little bit more than these things. But honestly, we started flying to Bologna and Prague and Budapest and Dublin and Berlin and Venice and Bologna in Tuscany. And I hope that all of you have a chance to actually take advantage of these new summer flights that American Airlines has. I just recently returned from St. Kitts, where I stayed at the Park Hyatt. That Hyatt is new and superb. Honestly, I used to say that another resort was my favorite in the world because I used to be in the hotel world. But now I have a new favorite, and that Park Hyatt St. Kitts is stunning. And you can go from Dallas or Charlotte or Miami straight to St. Kitts and Nevis. So well done, Hyatt guys. That is superb. It really is. Now, I also mentioned last year about our flagship first-class dining, our flagship lounges, and also, of course, about the great new product we have with Lie, a flat, of course, product across the Atlantic, down to Rio, across to Sydney in Australia. And of course, we also have now more Wi-Fi, and it's high-speed Wi-Fi, so you can stream and do everything you need, not just text, in nearly all of our planes, and certainly the most aircraft of any airline in the world. So please do try out our new Wi-Fi and high-speed Wi-Fi and our live TV. And we have 98% of our 1,500 aircraft now have power on board, and we'll be at 100% before the end of the year. So as all of you know, have to travel a lot for work and also need to work as you travel. I hope that makes it easier for you as well. Now, one of the things that we've just announced, of course, recently is our priority access. This is for all our great corporate customers, and it means that your travelers can check in the priority lane. They go through priority TSA, and it also means that they can go in the priority lane to board the plane. Now, this really helps, of course, when you think about the overhead bins and trying to get settled before everyone else gets on the plane. So this is great. It's new for us. Also, it means preferred seats as well. And, of course, we give great discounts through our American Airlines vacations as well. And so please talk to your account manager about that if you're not aware. And we just announced that British Airways is joining us on this journey as well. Now, the thing that is really near and dear to my heart is everything that American does to give back. And I don't know if you've seen our commercials, but we've started our Stand Up for Cancer. And the Stand Up for Cancer, which is led by Tim Mcgraw and many others like Matt Damon. And we are helping for research, for cancer solutions, to make sure that we make the world just a little bit of a better place. And I'd really like to show you our commercial for Stand Up to Cancer.
There are two types of journeys in life. There are those we choose to take and those that life takes us on. From moments we'll never forget to those we must overcome. Which is why American Airlines has teamed up with Stand Up to Cancer. Visit aa.com/standup to donate and share who you stand up for. And that loved one's name will be added onto our official Stand Up to Cancer plane. Because no matter what journey you're on, American Airlines is here to help you soar.
I really hope that, and thank you to all of you here. I know there are many in the audience. They told me at our meetings on Monday and Tuesday how many of you actually donated money to put a loved one's name on this aircraft. And you are going to see this aircraft in the air in the fall with thousands of cancer-free survivors listed and those who have passed due to cancer. And we will be on this journey, of course, for many, many years, and we are committed to Stand Up for Cancer. We work very closely with Tim Mcgraw, actually, on two major organisations, charitable organisations. He's an amazing individual, as is his wife, Faith Hill. Now, when I first started with American Airlines, just almost 3 years ago, one of the first events I went to was in an airport hangar in Dallas. It's a black tie dinner called the Sky Ball. I had no idea what that night would mean to me and to those around. We raise about over $2.5 million a year at the Sky Ball, and it is to give back to veterans and veteran families, and it's all through the Airpower Foundation. Now, the Airpower Foundation is the oldest military support organization in the US, and it helps veterans and veterans' families. We have at that Sky Ball over 3,000 people in the hangar. We also have a couple of great aircraft in the hangar as well, and we raise money that night. What is also so impactful is what we do for the Medal of Honor winners who all come. We fly them around the world always, themselves and their families, complimentary anyway. We're very close with the Medal of Honor Foundation. One of our executives is on the board. And also we fly many wounded veterans, current military, and fallen veterans' families to the Sky Ball. I really hope you get a chance to enjoy it with us some year, because honestly, it's the most impactful event I have ever been to. And in combination with that, we also work with the Sinise Foundation for the Snowball Express, and this is for all the children of fallen veterans. And every year we take over 800 children away, and this year is again to the World Disney. And also we have 1,000 American Airlines volunteers to help, and you can see those no doubt in the photos where they volunteer to look after these kids. We accommodate them, they have the best time, and we're forming great relationships with these families. And Sinise, who obviously is a famous actor as well, really does give back. When I was at the Sky Ball, I actually sat next to the most wounded Army officer to ever survive from Afghanistan. He was sitting next to me. He'd lost both legs, one arm, and he was sitting with his beautiful wife, and he'd brought his 3 beautiful kids. Sinise, personally, with 10 of his friends and 8 volunteers from American Airlines, built his house for him when he came back after he got out of 2 years being in the hospital. Just amazing. I really can't tell you how amazing it is. And look, many of you would probably know, probably some of you are just too young to know. But of course, this year was the 75th anniversary for D-Day in France. We flew many former military D-Day veterans back to Normandy, and we were just really pleased just to be a small part of their journey so that we could thank them for their bravery and everything they did. Unicef, of course, is something that we all love. And I'm sure there's some team members from Amex GBT, because their announcement this week was just great. And we've worked with them a little bit to get the Unicef up and running for Amex GBT as well, because it's just such a great way to help children all around the world, and vaccinations, providing clean water, providing the right foods for them as well. And we've been working with Unicef, and we have many of our volunteers go each year to Latin America to help with Unicef as well. Now, this next photo we're going to show you actually is, I think, the best photo we have in American Airlines. Look at the pure joy on his face. Isn't he gorgeous? He really is. And see the two pilots behind him. We have a program, and I don't know if you're aware of it. It's Cool to Fly American. And what we do is, for children with autism, we do a simulation for them like they're traveling. We take them through the airport. We put them on the plane, the pilots welcome them, the flight attendants welcome them. They get used to the announcements, but they're only with them and their family, so that they can get used to the disruption of being at the airport. You know, it's hard enough for us, right? Let alone if you're autistic and a child and it might be your first trip. And this is one of our gorgeous family members who has actually been at and done the Cool to Fly American program. He now travels every year with his family, and we just love him to death. Isn't he gorgeous? And we've taken 5,000 children through that program. Just gorgeous. ECPAT USA, of course, and Michelle, where are you? Michelle Gelbai is here as well from ECPAT USA. And I have to say thank you for all of you. Last year, I told you about a certain incident that we had at American Airlines, where one of our gate agents had saved two girls, actually, who would have been taken into slavery. Honestly, many of you have joined ECPAT as a result. Thank you. But also, some of you have started using the hotlines to report things that you see on the road. In fact, one of you told Michelle that it was now changed the way you view travel, and that you are eagle-eyed to look out for what's happening on the road to ensure that you are reporting any trafficking you feel you may be seeing. So thank you for that. We had a fun run on Sunday, and last year we had the first fun run, sponsored by American Airlines, and we had around 250, thanks to Jim Carter and team and their organisation, and Carl. And this year, we had nearly 500 people at the fun run, so thank you, actually. And we've topped up those donations, and we have donated over 20,000 as a result of that fun run. So please, sign up for next year. We want to get to 1,000 soon. But we're here, of course, to listen to Ashley Judd. I'll try not to stalk her after this, but I hope you enjoy it all. And please, we're here for you. We're here for your travellers, and we care for you on life's journey. Thank you so much, and thanks for listening to me. Really appreciate it. Thank you.